Welcome to the Real Estate Talk Show. I'm speaking with Simeon, Papailias, and Takhar of Royal LePage Signature Realty Brokerage. And we're discussing the differences between residential and commercial real estate investing. Now, Jazz, you brought up a great point, and that is financing requirements. You had mentioned that 35%, 30 to 35 and more are required for commercial down payments. And when we're talking residential, typically 20% if you're needing anything with CMHC. But there are still the 5% options.
Yes.
People seem to think that those days are long gone. But I think if you have great credit, you've paid attention and behaved, there certainly are great opportunities out there to even put less down.
Yes. So like I said, you're able to buy with 5% if it's going to be your principal residence and rent out the basement, as well as you can have 5% in your account and still have the option of speaking with secondary lenders. So what they do is they'll offer you a second mortgage. There's private lenders as well that will offer you the remainder of the 15%. The 20% rule comes in with all major banks. The reason that comes in, is because you now need to have the 20% down to rent out a property.
Okay, very good. But the point is that there's more options than ever.
Yes.
In terms of being an investor, and if you want to play in the residential market or the commercial, it's just understanding all the options available and then really analyzing what works best for you.
Most definitely.
So take me through those steps. When you have a client that basically has excess money, is it something that you say, great, let's put the money here? Or are you believers in leveraging as much as possible? In other words, use other people's money for the purpose of investing. I'm going to start with you, Jazz. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you certainly want to sit down. The first thing that both Simeon and I would do is sit down with the investor and find out how much cash they're thinking about investing. And then going from there, to answer your question, you certainly want to leverage. And that's one of the major benefits of investing into real estate, the use of leverage. So using other people's money. And then from there is, depending on how much cash they have, can we diversify into different types of investment properties, either being a residential, and within residential investing in real estate, there's usually about 5 to 6 types of different properties.
All right,
or looking at something in the commercial end of things as well.
I bet you a lot of ears just perked up here. So instead of just taking that money and saying, okay, what option do I have? You just went plural here.
Yes.
You said options.
Yes.
So through your guidance, of course, you're going to look at what they have available and pose to them that they can maybe not just do one property or one investment option, but actually they can do more than one. Simeon.
Well, I think the absolute most major factor here is we don't ever take one option and say this is what you should do. What we do is we take Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we sit down, we go over a very careful review of their whole portfolio. How much do you have available? How much do you think you have available versus to what you actually do have available? What are you comfortable with? Are you comfortable with riskier investments, more speculative investments like pre-construction condos?
Yes.
We sell hundreds of pre-construction condos a year, but they're not an investment for everybody. You have to be comfortable knowing that you're investing in a market that you don't know where it will be in 4 years when that condo is ready. Are you comfortable with that?
So you analyze the risks on a case-by-case basis, but also per product too.
The major factor when we talk about risk in real estate is liquidity.
All right.
If I buy a pre-construction condo that's not ready for 4 years, and I break my leg and I can't work and I need to get the money out, I can't get the money out. So what seems to be a fantastic idea, it makes so much sense, it will make me so much money, just turned out to be the worst investment I've ever made.
So liquidity,
Absolutely.
Explain that more then. It's the ability to be able to cash out?
Sure. So when people talk liquidity, a lot of people believe in stock. So they'll buy stock and not real estate because of the liquidity. In Toronto, you can sell a home now in hours because of the demand. So real estate, as far as I'm concerned, is extremely liquid right now, where typically it was not. So liquidity with a income property, for example, Jazz sells yourself an income property in Etobicoke. That's a very hot neighborhood. It has income, it has everything. Something happens in your personal life or you see something coming down the pipe in the market. Bad news are around the corner. You can sell it.
All right.
Tomorrow morning.
And a quick point, Simos, not only are you able to sell it, you're able to actually refinance if you needed to, pull out the money and use that in other investments.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and
Okay.
Jazz, we're going to come right back there. I like that point in terms of the refinancing. Stay tuned. When we come back, Simeon, Papailias, and Takhar explain the pros and cons of residential and commercial real estate investing. So stick around. Lots more on the Real Estate Talk Show.